Let us start learning making 3D models using the 2D sketches. For that, first we need a 2D sketch. So let's go to Create Sketch and select this plane. Then the simplest rectangle is a center rectangle because I do not need to give many dimensions. So I'm selecting the center rectangle and going to give this dimension as 200. And if I click Tab, come to editing this dimension, I'm giving it as 400. And now I've got a fully constrained sketch. Then click on Finish Sketch. And now you can see that I am in the 3D workspace. So here we have similar tools like Create tools, Modify tools. So in the Create, the most used tool is the Extrude tool. So this is the one which we are going to use throughout our course. So I'm going to click E from my keyboard, which is the shortcut key for Extrude, or you can select it from the menu. We also have the Extrude option here in the toolbar. So I'm going to click Extrude, and you can see I've got a dialog box. From the dialog box, I have distance option. So to how much distance I have to extrude it, I can give it here. Let's say I'm giving it as 100. So 100 will become the height or thickness of this. Instead of giving it here, I can also pull this arrow this way or this way. You can see this value is changing and this value is changing. These two are the same values. So intuitively from the 3D workspace also, I can give it. Then click OK. So we have got the simplest 3D model of a box. So now let me edit this one. Let's say I do not want it to be 100. So here, if you can see, I'm getting these options. This is called the timeline. So all the operations that I'm going to do in the 3D workspace will be recorded in the timeline. So the first one is sketch, which we have done. And the next one is the extrude. So if I have to edit this extrude, I can double click here. And I will again get the same dialog box. Instead of extrude, now I'm going to get it as edit feature. And this feature I can edit from this dialog box or again like how we have seen from the workspace. So here I can give it as 25 now. And I will also be able to give this, let me make it more, 250. Okay, and I can give a taper angle also. So taper angle means I'm going to put it here. So I can give a rotation. So here you can see 5 degrees. So 5 degrees is the angle between this plane and the way it is being extruded. So let me give this as 0 currently and then click OK. Now previously we have seen that we need a sketching plane for sketching. Instead, now we have a 3D model. So other than this origin plane, so here we have this origin planes, I can expand and I can show you that these are the axes. The first is the point and then here we have XYZ axis and XY, X and YZ planes also. Instead of these planes, which are already there, I will be able to select any face. This is straight face also as a sketching plane. So let me select this plane and go to create sketch. So now that becomes my sketching plane. Now here I can sketch some other entity. So this time I'm taking a circle. And for dimensioning also, I can use any sides of this model. Let's say I'm selecting this and then it's showing 200. I'm clicking OK and also this. And then I can give the dimension of this and now it has become fully constrained. Then click on Finish Sketch. Now I can select this as my profile. I can also select it before selecting the Extrude tool and then click on Extrude. Now I will be able to do the same operations which I've done previously. So here I can expand. And here you can see in the operation, I have got this as join. But if I'm going to actually pull this down, I'll be able to make a pocket or a hole. So I'll be able to cut this amount from the already existing material. So because it has turned the other side, it has automatically turned to red. So here I will say OK. And you can see here I have got this pocket. So this time I'm going to select this face and I'm going to create a sketch on this. So let my sketch be a triangle and I'm going to give equality constraint so that it becomes equilateral triangle. I can also select any regular polygon and then I'm going to dimension it. And I can give angular dimensions also. And let me give this dimension. So this is an extra dimension because I had given it 100 from here and this length is being calculated because it's an equilateral triangle. So I need to choose some other dimension. So let me choose this horizontal dimension and now it has become a fully constrained sketch. So I can double click this. I can give it as 125. Then go to Finish Sketch. So now I can select this triangle and I can extrude it. Go for extrude option and I can extrude this. Then click OK. But instead of join this time, I'm going to select as from this menu, I'm going to select new body. Now what this means is, let me first select it as new body and then click OK. From the bodies in the browser, we can see that there are two bodies. So one is this body and the other is this. So the advantage of this is I can make some operations only on these two bodies independently. That is, some operations like filleting, etc., if they are a part of each other, they will be behaving in a different way. Let's say I'm going to use fillet option. I will not be able to fillet these two. If you can see, this is being independently filleted because this is a different body. And when I double click this and again, instead of new body, I'm going to select join, you can see that I will be able to fillet it in a different way. Now these two, because they both are one body, they will be filleted together.